company you are working is also a stakeholder.
Yes.
Done. Very
Yes.
good. Then
Customer to whom we are going to deliver
yes,
the
the
product.
participants, all of you. Number 2. Then who else are the stakeholders here? The,
Institute.
MSME.
the certifying agency, yes, MSME, their name is, their brand image is also involved, right? They are also
Correct.
stakeholder. Then who else is involved? Your family,
Yes.
you do well and then perform well in your profession. That's good for your family. Your family is also a stakeholder, right? And society, right? So likewise, you need to identify, right, the stakeholders, and everyone has got certain requirement. Am I correct? It is not just conduct the training program just for the sake of the participants. We need to conduct the program considering all the stakeholders. We need to produce products considering all the stakeholders. We need to offer services considering all the stakeholders. Just because I could satisfy a customer, I cannot damage the environment. Isn't it?
Exactly.
So your projects should take care of the requirements of all the stakeholders while you are trying to delight your customers. While you are trying to delight the customer who is actually paying for your product, you should not compromise on the requirements of other stakeholders. This is applicable to each and every project also. I do a project. What are all the stakeholders involved? What are their requirements from the project? If the project is successful, how it will impact the stakeholders? You should have an idea, right? So stakeholders are those who have got stakes in the business, and you can broadly categorize them into external customers and interested parties. Interested parties are the government, society, and all these things. It is important to identify the stakeholders in the process in connection with the project before we listen to their voices, right? Because see, instead of saying voice of the customer, when I say voice of the stakeholder, that will be much better tool. You must listen to all the stakeholders when you are trying to solve a problem. And in a book called Quality by Design, Joseph Juran, the famous quality guru, he said, customer is anybody who is impacted by the product and services. He is not saying the customer is someone who pays for the product. What is he saying? Customer is someone who is impacted by your product and services. That means the best word to use, the replace the customer is stakeholder. Then you will start thinking, much better, and then you will exactly know what are you supposed to do. So probably if you have time, please try to identify the stakeholders for your first problem you are trying to solve as a black belt, right? Maybe within your team, one of your problem, you can identify yourself, and then the stakeholders can be listed, and then their requirements can be written down. And all the requirements, when you write down here, those are nothing but what? Voice of the stakeholders. Voice of the stakeholders can be collected proactively or can be collected reactively. What is collecting proactively and collecting reactively? Send a defective product to the market and make them cry and then document everything. That is called a reactive system. But before sending the product, can you do a small exercise? Like how all of you are going to discuss within your team. Can you do something within your team? You're kind of brainstorming and understand how things could go wrong and how I could avoid. That is called a proactive way of documenting your voice of the suppliers. So identifying the customer's requirement or identifying the stakeholders' requirements is very important. So who are the customers of your products and services? Who are the most important customers? Do all the customers have the same need? How can customers be segmented? How can we collect data on customer needs? How do we understand customers' most important needs? And what are the critical design requirements to meet the customer needs? What performance target should design meet to satisfy the customers? So these are only some sample questions. You can ask as many as required. So voice of customer is nothing but the voice collected from your customers, maybe external, and sometimes customers may be external, sometimes customers may be internal. But it is important you have a mechanism to document their voice and you have a mechanism to listen and review their voice. Sometimes what happens, the voice can reflect the pain they are undergoing, isn't it? If you could understand there is a pain associated in your customer's voice, and again, that could be an improvement opportunity. That could be a project for Six Sigma. And this is bottom up. We are moving from the down level. And similarly, there is voice of business. So voice of business defines the needs, wants, and expectation of the business owners, stakeholders, and others who concern themselves with the long-term success and viability of your organization. All right, you can read this. And finally, VOC data helps an organization to decide what products and services to offer, identify critical features and specification for those products and services. If you have a product, what kind of features your product should have. If you are developing a new product, then the features in your product are important. See, your project can not only be a facelifting project for your existing product. Sometimes it may be a new product development. It may be a birth-giving project to a new product, right? So these are all important. And decide where to focus the improvement efforts, and VOC can help you to get a baseline measure of customer satisfaction to measure the improvement against the requirement, and it can help you to identify the drivers of customer satisfaction. So how do you collect the voice of the customer, whether proactively or reactively, right? And reactive system means information comes to you, whether you take action or not. For example, your products are failing frequently. Now, will you get a lot of emails about your product failure?
Yes.
So that means your system is now currently reactive. And proactive system, you need to put effort to gather the information. Frequently, you voluntarily contact your customers and do some survey, do some interview, or you conduct a focus group discussion to understand the needs and wants of your customer. That means you are proactive. You are ready to put efforts to document the requirements of your customer. So these are the examples of reactive system: customer complaints, problem or service lines, technical support calls. So many calls are coming, technical support, more than the normal. Customer service calls, claims, and then sales reporting and product return information, warranty claim, web page activity. Few people are writing badly about your products in a website, in a social media. So those are all voice of the customer, but it is reactive. On the other side, proactive means customer interview, focus group discussion. You yourself conduct a survey in the market to understand what customer feels about your product, to understand where do you stand with respect to your competitors. This is called benchmarking. If you do a survey to understand where do you stand with respect to the competitors, that's called a benchmarking. And if a gap exists, and that can be a project. And then sales calls, market research, scorecard, dashboard. See, just now we talked about the scorecard and dashboard. Imagine you have a scorecard for your department and financial KPIs are going down. Can't you realize you need to improve the metric, and then that's a project. So maintaining the scorecard can help you to identify the lagging areas, and then that can be a project. And then again, you will be learning another tool called Kano model. This Kano model tool again will be taught to you in an exclusive session where you will be able to prioritize the customer requirement. For example, when I ask you, what do you expect from the training program? Each one of you might say something. Somebody may say, I need a certificate. Somebody might say, I need a knowledge. And somebody might say, I wanted to do a project. Somebody might say, I must get a job. And somebody might say, I must get promotion. Somebody might say, I wanted to switch from the current job to next. Now there are 100 requirement comes. Now, which is most important to the customer? Which is most important to the customer? If you prioritize properly and identify which is most important to the customer, and then design your product in the same fashion, more people will prefer your products. Am I correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It is not just identification of the customer requirement is enough. You identify the customer requirement and then prioritize, and then try to find out what is there in the top 10. If you know what is there in the top 10, then develop a product and try to market it, and definitely many people will prefer. And Kano model is a tool which can help you to prioritize the voice of the customer. Help you to prioritize the voice of the customer. It has five levels of feature. The first level is called basic feature. Basic features are otherwise called dissatisfiers. Next level are called performance feature. They are otherwise called linear satisfier. Third level are called delighters. They are otherwise called pure satisfier. And then two more levels are there that will be taught to you. I will not be covering. Now, maybe some of you could have learned this tool already, maybe in Green Belt or maybe in your company. And now tell me, let us take feature in a product. For example, let's say I have a smartphone. A smartphone will have so many features. There is a camera also given, right? Front camera and rear camera. I have front camera and then rear camera. And tell me what kind of feature it is. Is it a basic feature, or is it a performance feature, or is it a delight feature? Can you make a guess?
Delight.
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 Basic nowadays.
Very good. Basic nowadays. Very good. So what was delight for me some 10 years before has now become a basic. This is called change. No, the market change. Market keeps changing. You should keep an eye, right? You are perfectly correct. What was delight for me long time back? See, long time back in a TV advertisement came. You can talk while walking. People admired about seeing that fellow talking, while walking. And then keeping such a phone was a delight. But now everybody wants a phone. Now, can you see somebody without a phone in his pocket? What was delight has now become a must be. Right, coming to the must be. Must be is called dissatisfier. For example, you told the camera feature is a delight. Somebody told delight, but Alok said correctly, it is must be. Because if I sell a camera for any price, if I sell a smartphone any price without a camera feature, will you buy that? Will you buy my phone?
No.
That means the camera feature is no more a delighter.
It's basic.
It is a must be. It has become a dissatisfier. Earlier it was acting as a satisfier. That means when I keep a camera, everybody buys my mobile. But now when I keep a camera, then also nobody looks at my product. But when I remove that feature, everybody hates my product. The camera feature in a mobile phone is now behaving as a dissatisfier. You should be very, very careful with the features which are acting as dissatisfier. If you make a compromise, you are gone. Am I right? Nokia failed to recognize one such thing. And then Nokia has to exit from the market, and then they are re-entering. What is that feature? Camera. Is it camera?
Not only cameras, multiple
Operating system, I guess, Android.
Yes, yeah, Android. Android, when it came new, that time, Nokia denied it. And now Nokia is re-entering. So this is very important. So this will be the tool which will help you to prioritize.
Sir, economy also they called as utility curve. Utility, yes. If your utility, whatever you are paying, it is depending on your business scenario or customer needs scenario. If utility is increasing to your cost, you will be in the market. Otherwise, you won't be in the market.
Correct. So that is also important, and that's why it is very important to understand our customer segment before working on their requirement, and before prioritizing their requirement. We should also know to what kind of segment we wanted to offer our products and services. Right. And now another important tool called CTQ. What is CTQ? Voice of customer. We know how to collect. We do maybe found a way